How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Staying Focused for Jesus. I just wanted to make a short video, just thanking you all who support the ministry, rather it's in prayer or rather it's physically in regards to you sending a donation for us to do certain things in the ministry. I just want to take this time to thank each and every individual person that you are, more so for your obedience in Christ and what He has called you to do. When He puts on your heart to pray for us, or when He puts on your heart to give to this ministry, I just want to thank you for whatever it is. If you hear my son in the background, it's because he's playing around and whatnot. But I just want to share some things that we do have, that we are doing, we continue to do. We like to show forth our fruit, so y'all know what's going on. We got some, you see a whole bunch. Got these tracks. Got the gospel and stuff on there. We order these regularly as we give them out. And then we order a big old box. We usually order them in 5,000 increments. They come 5,000 to a box. And then we have some new books we just got in not too long ago. This one's called The Greek Pursuit of Knowledge. And see what it talks about. Ancient Greek thought is the essential wellspring from which the intellectual, ethical, and political civilization of the West, America, draws, and to which even today we repeatedly return, because history repeats itself. In this book, drawn from the reference work Greek Thought, A Guide to Classical Knowledge, major scholars take up basic topics in philosophy and science, offering an account of the extraordinary explosion of desire for knowledge in the classical Greek world. So this is just going to give me some little nuggets in regards to the thought process of what they were thinking back then, which led to America today. You see, there's an interesting chapter in there, cosmology. It's books like these that people they normally wouldn't read, but this is where you get a lot of your little nuggets and stuff from. So I just got this in not too recently. I think I got it in actually yesterday. And then we have this one right here. This is some of you may remember this book. I read from it in a short video, Christopher Columbus and His Legacy, Opposing Views. And I really like this book so far because what it does is it gives both viewpoints about what people thought about Christopher Columbus. So it's not a biased book. And there are some very, very interesting things in here. One of them, I don't think I can find it because I don't remember where it's at. I didn't highlight it. I should have highlighted it. One of them was about how Christopher Columbus, he wanted to help with establishing Palestine, establishing the land of Israel. Now, I find that very interesting because you don't hear that a lot in regards to Christopher Columbus. Also, another interesting thing is this. This isn't the real portrait of Christopher Columbus. All portraits of Christopher Columbus, they're not real. There's no legit portrait of Christopher Columbus. So you have to ask yourself, why is that? And how is it that Christopher Columbus, he was in bed with the Moors, and the Moors were the same people that got kicked out by the people that financed him, the king and queen of Spain. So why would Christopher Columbus have the Moors? Those are the men that were the interpreter on the ship. They were black Moors, and they spoke the language because they knew the people over there already. He used the Moors maps, and he used their instruments to be able to find out how to get to America. And he brought 3 of them with him, and they were Moors. They were Muslims. That doesn't make any sense. There's too many holes in the story. Also, what's interesting about him, me and my wife, we were researching it. I'm not ready to come out and say what I think, so I'm just going to hold that into later. But Christopher Columbus is like a pseudonym. It's a name that he took on. It's kind of like William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was a pseudonym for Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon was a pseudonym. William Shakespeare was really Francis Bacon, or Bacon, however you want to pronounce it. Who was said to be the right hand man of King James, and he was told that he was going to. Y'all hear my son in the background. Y'all excuse me. They told Francis Bacon that he was going to sit on the throne, and he didn't. So he had a kind of like a vendetta against that. And he is credited with, what we call today America and its beliefs and stuff like that. It's all tied in together with the, he's tied in with the Illuminati and all the other stuff. But, Christopher Columbus, I forgot what his real name is. He took on this name, and if I remember correctly, the ship, he was on a ship, and a warship, and the ship had got attacked. It got blew up or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then he escaped, and he didn't go back, and then he just took on this completely different identity. So some very interesting things about this man right here that they're not telling you in history. Then we have some National Geographic magazines, the old stuff. You see, this is from March 1977. And my wife picked these up in Arkansas at a library. Libraries that they be selling off all type of stuff. And notice the eyes. You see that they got the makeup around the eyes, and women are doing that today. They think that they're doing something new. Notice the ears, the earrings and stuff like that. The big old holes, because they had the earrings. Nothing new under the sun. So we got this magazine. This is way back in, 2010, Merging Man and Machine. See, this is where you get your little nuggets and stuff at. They put it in these books like this because they know that majority of our people, especially blacks, they're not going to read. They're not going to read stuff like this. We're not gonna, my people especially, we're not gonna read stuff like this. We're not gonna read, stuff like this. I got some other stuff I'm gonna show y'all. Look at that, the DNA revolution. With new gene editing techniques, we can transform life. But should we? When was this from? That's August 2016. I bet it has some interesting stuff in there. I haven't read it yet. I got a lot of stuff to read. The She-King of Egypt. Interesting. Wrath of the Gods. Catastrophe haunts a cradle civilization. That's where you find your little nuggets. Y'all see me read from that about Benjamin Franklin. You got this one right here. The Next Human. See, they're telling you. They're telling what they're going to do. There's your evolution. The evolution of man. They believe that man evolved from monkeys to evolve into this transhumanistic person. They put it that we just have to read. I'll search for the true Columbus landfall. And these books, they're not written by what we call primarily black folks. This is an interesting one too, right here. Black and white. These twin sisters make us rethink everything we know about race, because she really isn't black. She really isn't white. They're twins. Now some people say, "Oh, no, that would have been like Noah, or that would have been Esau." No. When you read the accounts, all historical accounts about Esau, all of them say that Esau was a man of color. All of them. Unless somebody is lying. But the overwhelming evidence supports that Esau was a man of color. And guess what? This little girl right here, she is black. There's no such thing as white people. They're twins, and one of them lacks what we call melanin. Simple. But if you separate these two girls and you put them in two different households and let them grow up, you would think that you wouldn't even know they were sisters. But yet they are twin sisters. Only one is what we call white, because she lacks melanin. There's no such thing as white. That's made up. That's a recent term. It's their term to confuse you. God grouped people in tribes, nations. So we have this Saturn as you've never seen it. Pharaohs of the Sun, another interesting one. That's it on those books, or magazines, I should say, but many books to me. I'm gonna save this one for last. We have this one right here. My son, y'all. Some of you know about him. He was brought over here as a slave, and he wrote his story about what had happened. He was taken from Africa, and from all accounts, he was what we call a Hebrew, and he's speaking what happened and how he rose up he came from royalty over in Africa, and he was brought over here as a slave, and then he was able to get his freedom, and then he rose up in the ranks as far as over here a little bit. So you see, pretty thick book. My wife picked this one up for me. It's about 600 some pages, 500 some pages. So got to read that. We got this one. Some of you know about that one, The New World Order by Ralph Epperson. Got some interesting things in there. And then we got the big baby. This is like the go-to book amongst scholars. This is the go-to book. This is the book that everybody compares their book to when they write books on the slave trade. By Hugh Thomas. And y'all see little David right there. David, say hello. David, say hello. Scholarly book. This book is over 800 pages long. So yeah, I got a lot of reading to do because I haven't finished this yet. I just, I'm working many things at one time. And as I get little nuggets here and there, I put them out for y'all. But as you see, we're not playing no games. We're getting it for the Lord. I know some of you're not in the position that I'm in. So, just know that I am laboring for you. I am, in studying. I'm not wasting my time. And, I'm not making stuff up. I'm actually putting the work in for y'all because I love y'all. And I know a lot of y'all work and you're not able to, read as much as you can. You're not able to study different things as much as you can. So in comes people like me that God puts in a position where we are able to take the time to read these books and do as many sermons as we do. But there's no excuse for what the Lord has called you to do. You still have to do your own research. You still have to make the most of your time. So again, I just wanted to share this video with y'all. And just thank you for the support of the ministry, whether it's prayer or whether it's financially, whatever the Lord puts on your heart. Thank each and every one of you and continue doing what God has called you to do in Christ. I love y'all. God bless each and every one of you in Jesus Christ's name.